to TV Tuesday, a series where I talk about TV shows and movies I have watched since last Tuesday. It's like a book club for TV. This is the first installment in this series, and so to kick it off, I'm actually gonna go back 2 weeks to 2 Tuesdays ago. This is the list of stuff I've watched in the past 2 weeks, and before I kick it off and talk about my stuff, feel free in the comments to share what you have watched in the past 2 weeks and I don't know, stuff about it. This list is in mostly chronological order of when I watched them, and it's kind of long. I've watched a lot in the past 2 weeks, so I'm only going to say a couple things about each item so I don't go on for too long. Okay, so first of all, I binged the entirety of Off Campus, the first season that just came out in like a 2-day period. It was great. I've been kind of in the mood for romance recently, and this really hit the spot. I also really like the song that Hannah wrote at the end, and I'm excited for there to be a season 2. I'm pretty sure that's confirmed at this point. I also watched the 2-part season finale of Ghost season 5. Ghost is just a fun sitcom I like keeping up on. I enjoy it. And for season 5, I like that the primary antagonist in the season finale was a corporation trying to build a data center. If you're in Utah right now, that's particularly relevant. I also finally got around to watching Damsel with Millie Bobby Brown on Netflix, which came out a couple years ago. It was good. I feel like it was kind of slow and like not a ton of stuff happened in it, but I did enjoy watching it. I also finally finished watching House of Guinness. I love this show. It was really good. I binged more than half of it pretty soon after it came out, but things got away from me. I think it was pretty close to the end of the semester last fall, and then it became a whole thing in my brain to revisit it again. I don't know why. But anyway, it was really good. I enjoy it. I really hope they get more seasons. I know like that it was supposed to be like multiple seasons, but I haven't seen anything about it actually being in production or anything. So if you know any more, let me know. It was a really good show and ended on a cliffhanger. So Aaron and I also watched A Family Affair, which is just a rom-com. Sometimes we just pull one of those up. This one was meh at best, I think. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder Season 2 just came out this past week. I binged 5 out of the 6 episodes the day it came out and then decided to be responsible and go to bed at a decent time. So I finished the season the day after it came out. This one I think is a good solid mystery if you like that type of stuff. I obviously enjoyed it to a certain extent because I watched it so quickly. I think it's just a little bit outside of my genre. Sometimes I feel like it got a little bit like too serious and real for me, and that's just a personal preference. It was really good. I also caught up on Taskmaster Season 21. This is not a fiction, it's a game show. If you like seeing comedians, British comedians, do silly tasks and get made fun of, it's a good one. Likewise, I finished Taskmaster New Zealand Season 6, which is a bit older of a season, I think, yeah, a couple years old. A Discovery of Witches, I'm slowly making my way through Season 3. I think I watched episodes 3 through 5 in the past couple weeks. This is something I'm getting back to after several months. I can't remember when I actually watched episode 2 of season 3. I think season 2 was a little slow and season 3, and I got distracted, and I don't know if it's just because there's been such a long break when I watched the first part, or if season 3 just isn't as good, but it's just not been grasping me as much as like season 1 did. I also, last weekend, finally got around to watching Dead Boy Detectives. This is another one I binged in like a 2-day period. I really, really should have watched this sooner. When it first came out, I was still just salty at Netflix for them canceling Lockwood & Co. And then I'm like, when they greenlit this instead of season 2 of Lockwood & Co. And then it got canceled anyway, so I needed to emotionally prepare myself for watching something that had been canceled. And then there was all the Neil Gaiman stuff as well. So it took me a while to get around to it, but I really enjoyed this one. I am so sad they canceled it, but I feel like the season itself is a pretty cohesive story on its own. Like, there's not a major, like, cliffhanger that it ends on. Like, it leaves certain things open, but I think it was a pretty self-contained story. And I checked and there's like 7,000 works on AO3 for it, so I might dig into that a little bit. It really saved the day for me when Lockwood & Co. was canceled. And lastly, my husband and I caught up on Abbott Elementary Season 5. This is one of the sitcoms that we have been watching together recently. It's a pretty solid sitcom that we've been enjoying, although I don't know why the district flew out a bunch of teachers from Philadelphia to Miami for a district conference, not like a national or regional conference, a district conference when they were apparently strapped for money. Anyway, other than that, it usually feels pretty accurate to teaching, though. So yeah, there's the shows and movies I've watched in the past 2 weeks. Let me know if you've watched any of those as well, or let me know what you've watched in the past few weeks.